Have you imagined how suspects have been identified, scientifically by the experts in criminal justice system? Today we're gonna be talking about criminal profiling. Criminal profiling. We started this advanced class with criminal investigation, and we review a lot of information to our students, and we thereafter we continue with crime scene investigation. And in today's class we want to concentrate on criminal profiling. You may be wondering, what is criminal profiling, and why are we talking about criminal profiling in our advanced class? The knowledge about criminal profiling cannot be overemphasized. What do we mean by criminal profiling? We say criminal profiling involves, making inferences, about the habitual, physical, emotional, psychological, as well as the vocational characteristics of the criminals. What do we mean by the inferences? We said that it involves making inferences. That is, any one of you that want to, specialize in criminal profiling, or you want to become a criminal profiler, you must have a vast knowledge of logic. Logic is one of the branches of philosophy. So logic is key to anyone that want to specialize in criminal profiling. What do we mean by logic? That is why we say making inferences. Logic is about making inferences. That is, in logic, that is what we call premises, inferences, conclusion, and fallacy. So if you don't want to make a fallacy, you must understand these inferences. And in making inferences, that is, every criminal profiler must make use of what we call deductive reasoning, deductive thinking. Criminal profiling is about guessing. But this guessing is not anyhow guessing. It is called, intellectual guessing. Yes, or scientific guessing, where you are trying to narrow down the possible suspect. You are trying to see how to narrow down the possible suspects, and that is why we said criminal profiling involves making inferences, or another word for that inferences is making conclusion about who could be, who this suspect could be, or who could be the suspects. That is the major work of criminal profiler. Now, inferences instance, let me give you an instance. We say in logic that every statement or proposition in logic must have at least two premises and a conclusion. Or better still, you can call that conclusion inference. Every proposition or statement or argument must be based on at least two premises. And we say that if the premises are true, if the premises are positive, that the possibility that the conclusion also will be true. If your premises are wrong, if they are not true, your conclusion will be fallacy. For instance, we say all men are mortal. Then you say Femi is a man. Then therefore Femi is a mortal. So the conclusion is Femi is a mortal. The premise is all men are mortal. That is the first premise, which is the major. Then Femi is a mortal. this is a minor and it is second premise. So the conclusion is therefore Femi is a mortal. Is that true? You can see it's generally, accepted. That conclusion can be generally accepted that Femi is a mortal. And likewise, you can make an inference about criminal. For instance, you can say, based on the previous previous incidents concerning that case, that is similar to that case, you can say the criminal is possible to be a white man. Then maybe the suspect that you have is Mr. James. Then you now say Mr. James is a white man. So what is your inference, or what are you insinuating? You are saying that it is possible that Mr. James is the possible suspect of that particular crime of murder. So that is how to make inferences. And if you look at the definition closely and critically, we say that criminal profiling involves making inferences, making inferences about the habitual, that is the habit of the criminal. Now you are talking about the habit of the criminal. A criminal used to keep a late night. A criminal is a drunkard. That is the habit of the suspect. Now you are making inferences that it is possible that this suspect must be a drunkard based on your inferences. Then you can also say that they also talk about the physical. We say it involves the habitual, the physical. You can say this suspect is possible to be must be a tall or a huge or a masculine person. Then that is physical. Then we'll talk about the emotional. Say you can say maybe he should be a sadist or a psychopath. This suspect should or could be a psychopath. Then talking about the vocational, that is the career. Say maybe he's an hunter, or maybe this suspect could be a ex military man, or this suspect could be an ex policeman, or this suspect could be ex construction worker. So that is how to make inferences, and that is majorly the job of criminal profiling. And that's just to lay the foundation of criminal profiling. We shall continue next time. Thank you and God bless you.